I'm gonna try something new. I got the phone prop so you guys can see that they're trying to make from my city where I'm from into a 15-minute city.
Mayor Bibb in.
Check this out.
His parents hired me to bring him out of his shell before college. Keeping the skinny dipping.
What about sharks?
Mayor Bibb introduced the idea of being the first 15-minute city in the United States. He did this in his State of the City address last night.
The urban planning model is new, but city planners told our Sarah Shookman the time is now to tap into federal dollars to address some of Cleveland's deeper problems.
Imagine a Cleveland where everything you need is less than 15 minutes away.
It's this ideal planning framework where human needs and desires are accessible within a 15-minute walk, bicycle ride, or transit trip. And that's really what we're striving for in this new planning model.
City planner Matt Moss says it doesn't have to be a dream. Instead of a concrete jungle where people work and separate places where people live,
See?
in a 15-minute city, everything is closer.
And it's
Look at
starting
they
out with
want us
the
in
city we
there.
have now, and then asking residents
Like
how they
the
might
video,
want
the
their
line
community
I
to grow or
showed y'all.
change in ways that, again, make things more accessible or provide them with more opportunities to access the things they want to get to in their day-to-day lives.
First, planners are making a list of what's there. Things like grocery stores,
Oh my
parks,
gosh.
schools, but also workplaces. In some neighborhoods, it's more quality that's lacking due to busted sidewalks or lack of bike lanes or bus stops. In others, whether it's green space or food justice, they're lacking altogether.
The problem isn't that we just don't have a store. It's sort of like, well, why don't we have a store? And we need to dig under and get at the roots of that problem.
Case Western professor Darcy Friedman directs the Swetland Center for Environmental Health. Her research has shown addressing nutrition equity can start a strategy of change.
Because unless people have the ability to eat a healthy, nutritious meal every day, I don't know how we can talk about people being prepared to, go into our education systems or get the best job available for them.
Along with building, the city says changes to zoning restrictions and development incentives are likely necessary. Friedman urges community members to make sure they're at the table.
Not just asking, demanding to say, where is the space for us to inform what this looks like?
Those opportunities for participation are coming, the city says, noting that the payoff here is a greener, more sustainable city.
Do y'all see this?
15-minute cities feasible. Some urban planners say they paved the way to a cleaner, greener future. But distractors claim they threaten our personal freedom with a Hunger Games style plan to control
Bam.
the population.
Bam. Did you hear what she said? District 9. I told y'all District 9, District 12. Hunger Games. Now remember the lady in the last video in my city, she wanted to focus on a nutritional meal. Why are you worried if people had food? Exactly. But if you didn't marginalize and put people in a closed off space like mice in a maze. Over here, this is where people gonna live at. Remember in the Hunger Games, they had people living like that in certain places. Remember this movie is called Divergent. Go watch that movie. It reminded me of myself. Divergent. Watch that movie. They had those people in their a city, 15-minute cities. You know what I'm saying? They had their parents somewhere, and then they would take all the kids and the teenagers and train them and see if these one particular teenagers were scared, if they feared anything, and if they were fearless, then they tried to take them out the city and make them be some group of a co-op where they go into their mind and have to fight things that are AI in their mind. It was deep. I love that movie. Y'all go out there and watch Divergent, okay? Because when you see that movie Divergent and you see how these 15-minute cities are being built, you will truly understand what is happening. They're trying to marginalize you, make you smaller to get and take food away from you, to fight for it like the Hunger Games and in Divergent. And inside of that whole makeup, that matrix construct, because it'll be many districts. It'll be District 5. That'll be the city of Maple Heights. District 9. That'll be the city of fucking Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like they trying to cut us off from certain cities that's able to get to from just down the road. Y'all ain't seeing it though. Peep though.
From poorly communicated rollouts to viral online conspiracy theories.
Cause if it's about to be a famine, what you gonna have to do to get some food? You gonna have to either take a fucking C-hip that's coming, but you gonna have to take a shot. You definitely gonna have to take that stabbing in some form of capacity to even be in this situation, to be in these cities. That's why they keep telling y'all, leave the cities, flee the cities. Because if you love living like this, if you love something so much, what you gonna do to keep it? What you gonna do to get it? You will do anything to keep it. Some people will do whatever it takes in this world to keep money in their pocket, like that's life or God, and a job. People are they'll sell their soul for some fucking trinkets, like a Happy Meal Kanye West told you. So what you think you're gonna do for some food? I could keep going on about Edom making you fight for your food, cause you know what that go back to. But they're gonna break you down to Hunger Games districts. And it's gonna be a fight for food because they're going to take the food. And they're also gonna introduce the CBDC. And when these people in the world or in your neighborhood, your everyday life start to really realize that this motherfucker not playing, that's when people gonna lose their mind. Some people gonna commit hell. I told you, suicide gonna go up. Murder gonna go up. Because people not gonna be able to handle mentally what's taking place. A lot of people's spirit not strong. Most people's spirit never has been built for anything like this. Shit, even me, I'm scared when I see and know these things, but my faith is in him is like, no, I want to go home. That override everything. You feel me? So, yeah, it is what it is, but it's definitely about to be Hunger Games situations. Definitely about to be Divergent. I see Divergent all day. Because that girl reminded me very much of myself in that movie, Divergent. Y'all go watch that movie, man. It's called Divergent.
Why has a simple city planning concept become a disinformation nightmare?
Also, I'm sorry to keep interrupting this. I also, one time I do a lot of research study on the SCP Foundation. I'm just going to talk about it because that's my go-to. I love the SCP Foundation. It's kind of like the Men in Black. It is a foundation here in this world that deals with anomalies that cannot be explained by man or humankind, and that some of these anomalies are world enders. It talks about the Most High making very scary, horrific things here that can't be explained, and you know, Esau don't want to tell people about the nightmarish things and the dark and creepy, but I do research on those things. And when it goes into that, it also talks about how things will be unleashed on the earth, and anomalies. You'll start to see more and more anomalies as we go into the end. More scary stuff from your nightmares that you didn't think were real will be unleashed, and that's spiritual too. But it's gonna get physical. But all of these things are to come, man. It's about to go it's all bad, bro. It's about to be all bad, bro. All right, let's go.
Sankey, and today's newsmaker is 15-minute cities.
What is that? What is that right there? Is that a chip? Does that look like the making of a chip to me? It's the making of a chip to me. And it say E. This is a chip construct. You see this chip they building? Everything is based on that. Why is they building a chip with a laser, making a microchip right here in the beginning of the show coming on? Why is that? Talking about 15-minute cities. Who are the people that are going to have to live in these 15-minute cities? Could it be possibly people that ain't about to try to stab? Or... yeah, I can't say too much. This is crazy. Evil E, let's go. Look at him. Look. There go the plane. Go back. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Look at all of this. Do y'all see what's coming on? Look at this. Watch. Based off the... okay. Look at that. Now in the movie Divergent, that's exactly what it was. Do you see those trucks coming toward the cities that they built to put people in? That's how it looked in that movie Divergent. It was all white homes just like that. And women, men, and children, them was the cities that they lived in. And they would come and get the teenagers, the little kids they would leave behind because they ain't old enough to go. And they would take them over to this place on the other side where that dome is. They not look like where the dome of the rock supposed to, whatever. That's a whole nother situation. But they would take them over there and they would test them. It would be a mental test. But everybody in that city had a chip. Everybody had a chip. They chipped the people that they put in the cities. Oh my God. And one thing about Satan, he got to tell you what he about to do before he do it. So it can't be said that he lied to you and you didn't know. He was very clear on his wicked ass agenda. And your dumb ass wasn't paying attention. Because you was on fa la 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 la.
It's not.
Damn, what she talking about?
There is now a belief that this is a way for governments to control people. The narrative has caused confusion, disinformation, and some real action to prevent the plans from going forward. So is there any truth to the fears of 15-minute cities?
Ghettos.
Here's a look.
What did they do to the fake Jewish people? Put them in ghettos. And ran up in there and dragged their ass out.